Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Or if you're a newcomer, welcome to my channel. Hope you enjoy the content. The content today is 10 states challenge, okay? Now, it's similar to 10 country challenge, which is another series I do in which I try and guess correctly 10 countries in a row without moving at all. It's very hard on a diverse world. This is going to be a bit different. Aside from the obvious that instead of countries, it's states of the USA. Bear in mind, you may tell from my accent I'm not from America, but we'll come to that. The other different thing about this, the way I play this series is going to be, instead of trying to get 10 in a row, which, think about it, will be impossible for me. I can't even tell my Montanas from my Texases. Okay, if it's the wrong season, or my Maines from my South Carolinas, okay? So that just puts it into perspective, okay? Oh, this is going to be embarrassing. Oh, this is going to be embarrassing completely. I don't know quite why I'm doing it. So how I'm going to play it is, I'm going to play 10 rounds, so 2 full games of Geoguessr, and see how many I can correctly guess. It might be 1, it might be 10, it won't be 10. But that's how I'm going to play it. And whatever score I end up on, be it 3, 4, that is the score to beat in future episodes. Okay? So, if there are any. So, yeah, that's it. Let's give this a go. Just go easy on me. Alright? Corey from Pittsburgh. Here we are in our first state. Let's look around. We've got a bit of a mountain range over there. Or at least a mountain. And it's looking pretty dry, it's looking pretty arid. There's a handful of states really that this could be in my head, but we'll see how right or wrong I am about that. I'm thinking that this only really could be, and I'm going to need to get in the map to re-jog my memory. So, Texas, possibly, I guess. But New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona. Actually, there's quite a few that this could be. Because it could even be... I've seen some pretty mad places in Idaho as well. And even Wyoming. But I don't think we're that far north. So, yeah, but we could be. That's the thing. That's all I'm saying. I'm very rusty at this. I haven't played the US map, or for that matter, the world version, the normal world version, for ages, as a lot of you could probably vouch for. So, which is the most likely one? And also, what clues am I going to possibly get? I mean, there's registration plates, look, and a lot of you would probably be able to go, oh, dude, that's New Mexico. But I can't. I could learn them. I guess I could learn them, or at least the standout ones. But that would be for episode 2. Right now, I don't know them, so that's that. Right, let me think. Let's see what this is most likely to be. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go for Utah. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Surely I'm not going to be more than 1 state away. Surely. Yes! Get in. It is Utah. Utah even. That's amazing. I really didn't think that would be right. Not for 1 minute. That was like a 5% chance or a 10% chance in my head of being right. So, yeah, we were near Colorado, but we were, crucially, in Utah. I don't believe it. I've actually got 1 out of 1. As it stands, I'm on 100% record at guessing American states. Do you know, I might just leave it at that. I might just call it a day. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave my record at that. And on Friday, we have got... Just kidding. I'm going to keep going. That would be daft. Next round. Let's soldier on. Okay. Right, we're in a built-up area here, which you don't get all the time. You do get it from time to time. Are we somehow going to get a clue amongst these houses? Probably not. But what's this? A car. Because that's one thing you might get. Is, you know, a van or something that says, I don't know, Greenville handyman services or something like that. You never know. However, I don't think we're going to get that today here, at least. So we've got to look at the trees. We've got to look at, the foliage. It's coming towards winter here. And it is relevant because I have been known, and many of you have seen this happen, to confuse, Alabama, for example, in the winter with a northern state like Wisconsin, or vice versa. If it's summer in Michigan, I've clicked Georgia, for example. That is the level of confusion that I can find myself in. So I'm just having a look now. It's winter, but we've got a mixture of sort of evergreen trees, which means trees that stay green forever until the day that they die, and these sorts of trees, deciduous trees. But it's worth bearing in mind. It's worth taking it all in, just in case you can figure something out. I think we're on the west, towards the west coast here, and yeah, I think possibly, well, it's quite flat, isn't it? Are there any hills in the background? I might go for like Pennsylvania. And as I say, this could be really wrong. I have confused Maine for South Carolina before. I really have. I genuinely have. So, the first guess was good. This one may not be so lucky. But we'll go for Pennsylvania. Clarion. Here we go. Okay, that is not correct. How many states away were we? 2? No, 3. So, Ohio, Indiana. We were in Michigan on that occasion. Not a million miles away from Chicago. Or Gary, which I think is where Michael Jackson's from, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, to look at it, it's not the worst guess in the world. I'm not getting laughed at, I don't think. Well, I might be, but at least not for that guess. Next one. So 1 out of 2. My record is halved already, and it's probably about to third and quarter. Right, this is hilly. We're on Payne. Payne XI. That's weird. Is that Payne 11? Yeah, probably. So, Payne, as in Max Payne. It seems to be Appalachian in its nature over here. So, oh wait, I don't know, because look at these trees. They actually remind me of trees that you might get in Washington State. Stuff like that over on the eastern seaboard, but I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused here. I'm getting mixed up with different kinds of trees. What about the shapes of the buildings? See, I think it's eastern. But I'm really not sure now because of these kinds of trees here. Oh, man. Okay, got to make a decision, I guess. And I think I'm going to go. I might go for Washington State, I might do it. I'm getting the vibe from these trees. I really am. I don't think we're over to the east. So I'm going to go for Washington State. Spokane? No, I won't go for Spokane. I'll go around here somewhere. Cle Elum. This could be so wrong, you might want to just click off the whole video right now. Yeah. It is. It's very, very wrong, isn't it? And my thinking there was all wrong. Arkansas is where we were, near Hot Springs. So it wasn't west, it wasn't so much eastern. So it was sort of middle ground, really. That's why I was getting confused with the trees. I'm going to go out there and say you don't get those trees so much up here, and that is what has caused confusion. I do accept, though, that upon reflection, the pine trees, the Washington State probably has a lot more pine trees and a lot less of those deciduous trees. So I'm learning. That's 1 in 3 now. Okay. Look at this. Do we have a clue here? Redaway. USF. And then that looks like a sort of Dutch flag, which you do see. It might not be, but you do see the Dutch flag a lot in certain states. I think Michigan is one. Wait. Yeah, Michigan. And I think you get it in New York as well because of old Dutch settlers. However, I don't think it doesn't particularly look like those states to me. Let's look around and see if there's any clues. I mean, for many of you, these shops alone, these businesses will be clues. Just having a quick scan. I think here, the trees. Ooh, you can see a road there. See a road, but we can't see what number it is. I think it says the 104. So we could look for that in whichever state we think we're in. I think looking at this, we might be in Washington State. Higher density of pine trees and whatnot. So we could be near Canada in Washington State. Or could we be in Maine? This is the problem I have. See, I don't think these look eastern. It's the same old thing. So I'm going to have a look in Washington State and see if there's a 104 road. Okay? This isn't cheating. It's using what's around me. So the 104 then, I'm going to have a quick look for this. There's the 101. So can we find a 104? That's what I want to know. 101. Does it say 101? I don't think it does. 106. 107. Come on. And we've lost the 10s. 107, 109. Another text coming through. Very popular today. Look, I'm just going to go here. Come on. Oh! Okay, it was California. That is actually 2 states over. But I'm quite relieved that I've gone for the western seaboard. I've probably been getting very mixed up because I can't really multitask. So I've probably been saying eastern when I mean western. However, yeah, as I say, I'm fairly pleased. We were right by the coast there in Crescent City, California. Annoyingly, 2 states away. It doesn't matter, even if I was 1 state away, I'm not going to gain anything. But only 382 miles, so I'm not too disheartened. I'm quite surprised there were that many pine trees, the ones that were over on the hill. Quite surprised about that, but as I say, I'm still learning. Next one. This is to make it 2 in 5. And this is a poor image quality round, which you can get in America. It's quite a common thing. You do often get it in Texas. But I don't think this one is Texas by the looks of it. Trees are very green. It's obviously summer, which changes things so drastically. It throws you off so much. So yeah, let's have a look. I haven't got much to go on here, so I'm just going to have to sort of wing it and go with my heart and hope that it's right. I'm thinking Arkansas. I'm thinking Tennessee, actually. I'm going to go for Tennessee. How about this? Oh, my word. Okay, New Hampshire. That is horrendous. Let's view the summary. There you go. A mixed bag. A very mixed bag. This huge line here scars the page. This one isn't much better. But then we have that, and crucially, that, which has given me 1 state out of 5. I would be very happy with 2 out of 10. Let's do it again then. Here we go. Can I get 2 out of 10? That's my mini aim. We've got more of these trees that I associate, rightly or wrongly, with the west coast of America. Or is it east? No, it's west. We've got bright green bins. I don't think it's worth me taking note of all the colours of the bins. I'm sure they vary from county to county. So where could this be? Well, because of these trees. I mean, we did get them in Arkansas, didn't we? So I'm not going to say we're necessarily in Oregon or Washington. We could be in Arkansas or something like that, as we've learnt. This is the confusing thing. The rest of the trees, they don't look very west coasty. So yeah, I'm gonna go for what's a bit flatter than Arkansas, because it's not very flat. Possibly Missouri. Yeah, I'll go for Missouri. Come on. Gee whiz. Okay, I'm wrong about those trees then. That is that. North Carolina, absolutely miles from Missouri. A great start to this back five. Wow, look at this. Now this is distinctive. This is distinctive. Oh my God, what's this? Adopt a highway. We've got no info though. We've got no info. Can you believe it? Okay, it's grassy and we've got pine trees, okay? Pine trees that I don't associate with the East Coast, rightly or wrongly. So I'm thinking for this, I'm getting a Montana sort of vibe. Call me mad, but I'm getting a Montana vibe. I'm getting possibly a Washington State vibe. What's flatter? I would have to say Montana is flatter. I'm going to go for it. Bloody hell. California. Who went for that? Were they redwoods? Plumas National Forest is where we were. Near a place called Calpine. Calpine. There is such a variety in landscapes, isn't there? There is such a variety. Especially when you're in states like California, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, things like this. It's really, really tough for me to pinpoint where we are. Next one. Okay, this is corn land, isn't it? This is absolute corn territory. So there's only a few states I think this could be. I'm getting a Nebraska vibe here. Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Dakota, that sort of region. I'm gonna go for, let's have a little look. How hilly is Nebraska? Fairly hilly. What about, what was the other one I was going to go for? Iowa. It's pretty flat, Iowa. I'm going to go for Nebraska. Here goes nothing. Ooh, have I got it? No, it's Iowa. The other one I was going to go for God's sake. Right. That's annoying. Next one. I'm so determined. I'm flying through now. I'm really determined to get this. This looks like another hard one. But you never know. I might get it. You never know. Let's go for... Indiana. Bloody hell. Is that Maryland? I don't know how you decipher some of these states. Can anyone give me some advice? I mean, how do you... Really? Can you decipher Indiana from Maryland when you just buy a field and a bunch of trees? Please let me know, but not for the sake of it. Can it be done? This is our last hope of getting 2 in 10. Last hope, guys. Got these pesky trees that are throwing me off. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, this is tough. This is so tough. Rounds like this are so tough. Okay, how far south could this be? A good thing to do, I think, is look at the trees and go, well, if we were in Europe, what country would we be in? And we couldn't be on a par with Britain here. It would be France. It would be the south of France, wouldn't it? With these trees. So let's draw a line from the south of France. Oh God, that doesn't actually go that far south. But I think it's further south is my point. So I'm going to go for Tennessee here. Last chance to get 2 in 10. Oh. Oh man, South Carolina. Not that far away, 237 miles. View summary. Well, there you go. We got 1 in 10 on our first attempt of a 10-state challenge. Is that awful? I did say it would be bad. I think I've done about the same as what I thought I would do, to be fair. There's a few good guesses in there. The first and foremost one being the one that's kind of held it all together and saved total embarrassment, total nothingness. And there were, 4 or 5 guesses that I'm sort of okay with. This one. But many of them, Exhibit A, Exhibit B here, just weren't. I'm just quite far off the mark. So if any of you can advise me on how to get a bit closer on certain rounds, keep the advice going. And if someone else's advice looks pretty spot on, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I can get some points rolling in. We can get 2, 3, 4. Or is it just impossible? Is this just, am I just going to need insane luck to get that sort of amount, 4 or 5? Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy it? Is this worthwhile? Next week we'll be back on 10 Country Challenge, don't you worry. But we will revisit this in the future. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Take it easy. See you on Wednesday for a brand new Sporkle quiz. Yeah, see you there.